So as I move forward into the new stage of my life, I figure it impertinent to share some insights from the misspent youth. Because, well, I heard a lot of people through the years say being a drug dealer will help you in business. And the reality is it won't. Not really. Like, whilst some of the lessons can be taken from it, you learn about psychology, you learn about people's sort of desires, wants, needs, and how they live their life. It can become a bit of a trap. And to clarify, I have not got involved in this since I started art, so probably 10 years ago. While, as I mentioned before, I helped my parents out here and there, as wasn't really either. Well, my mum only really smoked it. It was my dad that grew it, sold it, smoked it, and, sold it to me to sell it, which, yeah. I started smoking at, 14, 15, so, I started off sort of being a bit of a shitbag and taking bits here and there, and it progressed on to being able to buy it. But as I say, for many years, it was always that way. Every few months, I would essentially get what was left of his grow to do what I want with, either sell it on or, smoke it. And the thing is, drugs is a very different market to anything else. And the problem is with it, whilst yes, it'll teach you about human psychology and, like I mentioned, what people really want is doesn't actually translate into selling products as such. And you might wonder why, and it's because everyone wants drugs. I said to a friend, because I was chatting about doing this video and mentioned the, talking about things, and I was like, well, the sad reality is with drugs is you can go anywhere in the world and sell it. Pretty much. I mean, obviously there's some countries where that's not a very good idea. Well, it's not a good idea anyway. It's fucking illegal. But you know what I mean? It's the truth is you could go anywhere in the world and sell it, because if you've got good drugs, people want drugs. It's one of those things where people always want it. Well, not always want. They might need it. But having, dealing with it and dealing with the people involved in it mars your sort of view on the world, because you get to see how people live their lives. Or not. As the case may be. And I saw it especially because, having to sort of deal it for your parents is it's a very distorts your worldview massively. And, well, it's true what they say about you shouldn't do business with family, because, yep, loyalty is a one-sided thing, apparently. Which, yeah, you're only going to learn the hard way. But it's one of those things where it's I never really did it. There's with anything, there's levels. I did it enough to provide a bit of money, or like I say, enough to be able to actually just smoke it without having to worry about money. Which, yeah. It's I say with levels, it's there's levels to it. And whilst, yes, you can make a lot of money and get to a very high level, it's there's always the inherent risk with it. You're dealing with liars, cheats, and thieves most of the time. It's like, so the chances of getting fucked over, getting fucked up, being ratted out, getting in trouble, it's like, it's not worth it. And the higher the level you are, the more likely it is you're stuck in the game. Like, you're stuck selling it because it makes so much money. There's nothing equivalent to it. Like, but it's why, in a lot of ways, making art has taught me a lot, not only about myself, but, about, like, faith, morality. Pick a thing, like, because, like I say, when I was younger, I had no morality because, well, when you're dealing with liars, cheats, and thieves all the time, you tend to close off from the world and tend to view the world very differently. Like, is that, and like I say, when you're dealing with people with mental health issues all of the time, it rubs off on you. Like, and you can believe that it is normal. It's a normal way of living. It's a normal life. And like I say, it's not. And it's not. Like I say, for many years I had to, either sell it or provide it to my parents, which, when you're having to sort of broker and or be the middleman, you get to see, like I say, the way people live their lives, and it gives you a very unique perspective on how different people choose to live their lives. And how some people, like I say, live in bubbles. Trapped within their own bubble, basically. They live a certain way, they behave a certain way, and they do what they do with impunity. It's like they justify their existence through, like I say, lies, deceit, and bullshit, which is a lot of the reason why I got away from it and sort of moved away from it, and why I have had such a sort of contentious relationship with my parents, because when you choose to do something differently and become something different, people treat you and expect you to be the same person. And like I say, over the last, several years, gained a lot of value, become and learned a lot. And like I say, aspiring to learn more and become more, which really irritates the fuck out of people that expect you or want you to be a certain way. Or, like I say, to comply to their bullshit way of living, which, it's a lot of the reason why I ended up falling out with my father, because he was taking the fucking piss. Constantly lying, constantly sort of taking when I didn't have, and then trying to lie to justify his bullshit, and, oh, man. Yeah. Nothing quite like your own parents to fuck you up. Because, well, like I say, loyalty only works one way, and even despite having made someone money for years and, protected their lies. Because that's the thing, is like, the amount of times you have to be dishonest. And that's the thing that neither of them really understood. It was like, I had chosen to turn my life around, make comedy, make beautiful things, like, but this expectation to continue to uphold the lies and bullshit and, you know, like I say, with them acting like fucking petty children, it's just like, did I want to have to step in, or did I want to have to fuck up my bachelor's degree? No. Did I? Yes. Because, well, it's what you do, apparently. And this is why I say with the value, because it's like, if I was older or like younger, I would have just allowed it, you know. Fine, be children, fuck yourselves up and fuck your fucking lives up. It's not my problem, but yeah. What happened to that one? It's like coffee stained. But this is what I say, it's like, no. No, it doesn't help you, because products and, you know, whilst you can make beautiful things and work on, you know, work on yourself, work on becoming a better person and all this other stuff, it's like, does it really translate into business? No. Why? Because, well, as I'll show you, these aren't necessarily products. This is just what I've been working on in the background whilst I'm waiting to get the funding to work on the next part of the process. Which, yeah, it's kind of funny, really. This is all of, what, a couple of weeks' work? Whilst I've just been making short-form videos and sort of planning the future. But yeah, I thought it was an important video to do, because it's like I say, a lot of people have this misconception where it's like, it makes you a better businessman. And it's like, no, not really. Because drugs are simple. And if you have good drugs, people will always want them. Whereas, even if you have the best products in the world, you've still got to market them. You've still got to actually get them out to people. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just not the same. Whereas, well, as I say with drugs, it's like, you can have the worst drugs in the world and people want them. Like, that's the crazy thing with it. It's like, the level of quality and or the value for quality is so much different within the that world, because you can have the best stuff in the world and people are still going to lowball you and try and offer you less of what it's worth. But the beautiful thing is, with it, you can hold on to it and find someone that is willing to, because there's always people. Whereas when you're designing or making products, it's not quite the same, because not everyone will like what you have, not everyone will want what you have, and not everyone will perceive the quality or the sort of value the same. Like, whereas with drugs, people always want it, people always need it, doesn't matter where you go in the world. Well, I mean, it does, but as I pointed out to my friend, it's like, you could go anywhere in the fucking UK and sell it. It doesn't really matter. There's always people, there's always a market for it, which is why it's such a big business. And why so many people fall into the trap of it, because it's quick money. And depending how good you are at it, you can make a fuck ton. Whereas with business, it's a bit more finicky. It's a bit more smoke mirrors. I don't know. Like, it's not quite the same, you know, like the perceived value of, well, okay, for example, fine line drawing. Paintings are worth more than fine line drawings, but yet fine line drawings take longer than paintings. Arguably, this should be more valuable because it is such a sort of delicate thing. Like, you mistreat it or misjudge it or fuck around with it, it's destroyed. It's that delicate. Like, whereas with paintings, it's like, you can touch it, you can fuck around with it. It's not necessarily going to damage it. I mean, it might, but it's not the same. But that, and like I say, it's dealing with mental health issues where, there's usually a reason why people do drugs all the time, and, whilst there's a lot of positive people that do them and you wouldn't necessarily notice, there's also a lot of people that are just fucking their lives up for the sake of chasing the dragon. Which, it's a dangerous world. And like I say, it's when you're playing around with people that have mental health issues, it rubs off on you. And the more people you deal with, the better. And that's the thing. It's like, it's the slow drain, the slow, perspective change of reality, because you start to see the world differently, you start to view people differently, and the way people live their lives differently, which isn't beneficial. This is why I say, it's like, there's a lot to be said for it, but also a lot of negatives, and the negatives far outweigh the positives that you can take from it, because you fuck your mind up and that's it. GG. Whilst yes, you can get it back, it's like, could be years, and you might not have years, it's a brutal reality of life, which is why you got to be a lot more careful about what you choose to do and who you choose to associate with. This is why I choose to create beautiful things and focus on beauty a lot of the time. As like, I do comedy and or funny stuff when it comes to me, but for the most part, it's like, I just want to make beautiful things and or design beautiful things. Like, that's comedy. It's not going to be understood by anyone, but it is. When you consider the nature of art and all the art world as a whole, this is prime. Like, genuinely prime time humour, because, I'll grab the other one, because comedy, most people get offended with comedy, whereas it's, like I say, satire is supposed to be silly. See, look, there's a mushroom on Uranus. Haha. I know. Not very mature, but at the same time, humour is arguably more mature. The ability to laugh and or take the piss out of things. Could be argued it is a higher form of academia than academia itself, but just don't tell any academics, because they might get a bit upset with that one. That's right. If you can read this, destroy this artwork. Good job you can't read it, eh? But yeah, like I say, I just figured I'd show you what I've been up to the last few weeks and, give you a bit of insight, because life is fucking crazy, and you can waste a lot of time having to deal with mindset and or a negative mindset through through bad choices. I don't know, call it what you want. Life choices, moments in time. I think that's the way I look at it. Stages of life. It's like, well, gotta learn from what you what you experience, or likewise continue to keep experiencing it, which, yeah, much happier and or much more rounded of a person now than I ever was. So, in the nicest possible way, fuck it. I like who I am and I like what I do, therefore I do. But like I say, I hope this is in some way insightful for you and or, well, as I say, gives you some sort of perspective and or insight into some of the works, because, wow, that's why some of them are so punky, because, yeah, life. Life is a crazy motherfucker, and yeah, gotta be careful with who you associate with. That's why I'm sort of so happy to spend so much time alone and to be able to sort of focus on the future, I guess. That's one way of looking at it. But yeah, if you made it this far, which, well, you might have done, make sure to subscribe. And I will be back in a week. I'll keep you updated. There will be more videos to come, and like I say, soon as the funds start rolling in, we'll start moving towards the goal a bit quicker. It's just, like I say, keeping myself busy and keeping myself working, which is arguably more important than anything else with reaching goals. Mindset. The one thing many people hate to talk about because it's so important. As I say, make sure to subscribe. There will be more videos at some stage, so keep your eyeballs locked. Peace out, my lovers. Subscribe.